After boarding the plane, Panzy spots an elderly Namekian making his way towards them. The group heads back off the ship to greet him. Elsewhere, Goma and his subordinate Dagesu are surprised to see Neva speaking to them. The Namekian, after spotting a Dragon Ball, puts on an act, pretending to be senile until Piccolo steps forward and tells him to stop playing dumb. Piccolo recognizes the one in front of him as the legendary Namekian Neva, while Neva finds the one speaking to him reminds him of Katas, who Piccolo says was his father. Piccolo asks what Neva is doing there and questions him on his actions back on Earth at the lookout. Neva says that he was merely following Goma's orders, and though he knew that Dende would be taken, he was also aware that he would not be killed due to being too valuable. After asking, Goku tells Neva that they are attempting to gather the 3 Dragon Balls from the Tamagami, so that they can ask the dragon to turn them back into adults. The group begin to make their way back on board to continue their adventure, when Neva suddenly requests to be taken with them, as a wish cannot be granted unless it were to be asked in the Namekian language. Being that nobody else can speak it, including Piccolo, who has since forgotten due to being on Earth too long, they agree and reboard the plane. Elsewhere, following Majin Ku's failure at defeating Tamagami number 1, Dr. Arinso heads back to visit Marba. They decide to make another attempt at creating a powerful Majin, this time using the remainder of Innocent Boo's essence despite it being a risk. Marba warns Dr. Arinso that it would be dangerous to go even further, but Dr. Arinso wants to go ahead even knowing the risk, so that she can defeat Goma and take his place. Back to Goku and his group, where Hibis complains about his butt hurting after sitting for so long. Piccolo says that there is no other choice as there isn't enough space for everyone. Bulma asks Neva some questions and finds out that Neva stayed behind as he liked his home and wanted to keep the planet safe for if and when his race ever returned. Additionally, he explains that the Dragon Balls were originally created as a reward for his fellow Namekians' efforts. But over time, bad people learnt of them and began using them for more foolish purposes, so he created the Tamagami, so that they could not be obtained so easily. Goku complains about how slow Hibis is playing, and Hibis tells Goku to stop complaining after allowing him on board. Vegeta then claims that he will be the one fighting Tamagami number 2, much to Goku's complaints. He asks Neva whether others can fight Tamagami. Neva says that as long as it is one-on-one they can. Vegeta gets excited after listening to that. Neva asks why they are so eager to fight Tamagami. Shin tells Neva that they both of them enjoy combat. Back to Dr. Arinso and the others, Marba tells Dr. Arinso to put her saliva to create a new Majin. Marba tells Majin Ku to carefully measure the final Cybermen seed, which they plant deeper within the compound. As they all step back and watch, this new being, named Majin is formed and immediately demands that he be given chocolate. Ku borrows some money from Dr. Arinso and makes a speedy trip to and from the convenience store to acquire some, squabbling with each other when Do not only eats his own chocolate, but steals Ku's as well. Do asks Dr. Arinso what it is he is meant to do, being told that she wants him to fight Tamagami number 1, and Majin agrees. Marba tells Dr. Arinso that they finally succeeded, but Dr. Arinso isn't sure about it. Back to Goku and others who were tired of traveling for so long and were asleep. Then Glorio awakens them and tells them that they have arrived at the location of the second demon world Tamagami. At the same time, Dr. Arinso and others arrive at first demon world Tamagami. Then Majin goes near Tamagami and challenges him, who agrees to battle. As the fight begins, it is clear that Do is a more formidable opponent for the Tamagami than what Ku had provided earlier, still using some weird and unpredictable moves, but at greater speeds and with more success. In the second demon world, Goku and others have reached their destination. As they all wait and watch the Tamagami, Bulma says that it looks like a statue, which Panzy responds by saying it will move once you challenge it. Panzy warns Bulma that Tamagamis are not to be underestimated. No Majin has even won against Tamagami. Panzy says she isn't sure that Vegeta will defeat Tamagami, to which Bulma replies that wait and watch. As Vegeta is ready to fight, Goma is shocked to see that they are going to challenge Tamagami number 2. Vegeta approaches and challenges Tamagami number 2, who is quick to dismiss and mock him due to his childlike stature, but upon spotting his creator Neva in the distance, He realizes that the request was meant seriously and obliges. The two begin their battle with Vegeta, deciding to not transform for the moment and can hold his ground, though suffers a cut across his cheek, while the Tamagami takes no notable damage. Tamagami number 2 fires off a sword blast that knocks Vegeta into the ocean below, where a Kraken fast approaches and attempts to inhale him. With a burst of power, Vegeta manages to escape the beast and heads back into the air, but is soon struck by the Tamagami just as the Kraken emerges from the waters and swallows the Saiyan whole. And that's the end of this episode. If you want to watch more anime explained videos, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, follow our Instagram page and join our WhatsApp group for the latest updates.